Hello friend, I am currently here at AWPS Renewable Energy. I'm going to have like a short, very short interview with Dr. Sola, and I'm here at his office. Like he always says, this is Dr. Sola's home in Lagos, Nigeria. Let's go. I'm currently with Dr. Sola, and it's truly an honor.
Why don't I go back a little while?
We'll just be asking a couple of questions.
Sure.
You do a full setup today, and it's pretty amazing. It's a bomb. Everybody is talking about it, and you might just come up like some days after and say, "Man, this is what happened there," and everything. And people just wonder that. How do you do that? How do you survive like the business side of things in the Nigerian market? How do you do all this?
Someone asked me a question. Actually, I met a lady who I took my parents to a gerontology center.
Yes.
Gerontology specializes in old people.
Yes.
And one of the doctors there told me I moved back to Nigeria 4 years ago.
Yes.
And he goes, "Why?" And then the lady who runs the practice,
Yes.
she practices in the UK. She lives in the UK, so she come in for 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time and go back. And that's what I was doing. I would go back and go and come back.
Yes.
And that model didn't work for me. What I find out is if I want to be successful, I have to be here.
Yes.
And I have to be present all the time, not just part time.
Yes.
And when people believe you're fully committed to being here, then guess what? The response is different.
Yes.
But how do I stay calm? You have to look at the big picture. If you focus on that particular time the incident is happening,
Yes.
you lose your mind. But if you look at the big picture, then you recognize that yes, it's a little moment that passes.
Yes.
And if you look at your successes, they're much more than those little moments that you have, whether they're failures, whether they're fires, whether they're issues that happen. They're just a slice, a little moment in a rather big event or big picture.
I think one question I want to ask is,
Sure.
then how do you handle it with some of the customers?
So I'm very choosy as to who my customers, and you're aware of that.
Yes.
I'm very picky as to who my customers can be. If they're not people like me, or if they don't mirror me, they cannot be my customers. And you know the funny thing is, people who can afford what we do
Yes.
are much more patient. They are much more understanding.
Yes.
And they tell you it's the Nigerian factor. They are willing to deal with Nigerian factor. So while me I'm getting upset
Yes.
at my deliverables,
Yes.
they accommodate.
Wow.
You understand? They're more accommodating. They know I'll fix it.
Yes.
And they give me an opportunity to fix it. That's the
Amazing.
difference.
Amazing. I didn't expect the answer to be that short, but it makes a lot of sense.
But it is, because think about it. Do you remember when you were here?
Yes.
The customers who paid us the least money were the ones that gave us the most money.
Most issues, yes.
They're the ones who are constantly doing service.
Yes.
You
have to go back again and again and again.
Back over and over again. And some of it had to do with them, some of it had to do with us. And once you have to cut corners to meet cost that the customer wants, you're going to have issues. So if you make up your mind, this is what it costs for me to deliver, and that's what you're going to pay us. And we're going to give you an experience that's beyond what anybody else will give you.
Yes.
Then guess what? You have less problems.
How long have you been in the solar business?
We incorporated in the US in 2013.
Yeah.
Incorporated in Nigeria in 2014. Our first installation was done in June of 2014. So
you have all that record.
Next, yes, I did. You will see actually.
Offhand.
Yes, it was ready.
Wow.
So, because what I did is when I got into the business, I said I'm not going to sell something that I'm not using.
Yes.
And you're aware.
Yes.
We test every inverter here before we install them.
Before we install. Yes.
So I did the first installation here, and then the next one was in my father's house. So I had guinea pigs I could experiment with to know what was going on. So we've been doing this in Nigeria for 9 years, but we've been technically in the solar business for 10 years.
What's the biggest solar you've done so far?
You've seen it now. The one we did 180 kilowatts in inverters.
Yes. The hotel.
Yes, 250 kilowatts in solar panels and 280 kilowatt hours in storage.
Amazing.
That's our biggest. We did it in the third quarter of last.
Amazing. What's your okay? I will now. This is more personal because I know you can answer them, but
Sure.
there are questions that I've always had. What's your favorite solar panel?
Can I be honest with you? No. Weird, right? So now we do Canadian solar.
Yes.
And we do Jinko. Those are the two we've done.
Yes.
We've had really bad experiences in the past where I don't know if you've gone on installations, they climb on the roof and the PV has failed.
The PV failed, yeah.
So we just made this conscious decision that we're not going to buy anything but Jinko, Canadian solar, ERA we've done.
Yeah.
But we don't do anyone else because every one of them that we've done,
they fail. What about batteries? Your top 3 batteries?
Solar X.
No.
Solar X. So let me tell you. First of all, I'm the exclusive distributor for West Africa for solar.
Yes,
so I'm not going to push anybody else's batteries. But we did an installation in GRA a month ago. And the customer lives in a serviced estate.
Yeah.
So the estate provides her with electricity, the estate provides her with water.
Yes.
She had issues where they wouldn't disclose, every year they would increase the service charge by 500,000 naira, $1 million naira. And they wouldn't explain what they're doing with the money. So she made the conscious decision that she was going to disconnect from them. So we did a Solar X installation for her. And you know the funny thing? She was fine until Friday. It rained on Friday, it rained on Saturday, it rained on Sunday. It rained every day. She doesn't have a generator, but she didn't use power. She didn't use power. Every morning she would turn her hot water heater on.
Yes.
She would bathe. What she wasn't running was her air conditioner. So she sent me a message on Sunday or Monday. My batteries did very well. I said, it wasn't a battery that did well, it was a solar panel that did well.
Yes.
So what did we install for her? I think we installed Canadian solar. No, we sold Canadian solar. But when we were ready to make the purchase, Canadian solar wasn't available.
Yes.
So we did the Jinko Tiger Pro and we gave her 2 extra panels for free.
Wow.
Because we gave her someone else's product. We know what they've been performing well. We always oversize. So because we oversized, she didn't run into problems, but she still had electricity. Her fridge was on, lights were on.
Amazing.
So that answers a short question, a long answer.
Yeah.
We've stuck to a particular 2 or 3
manufacturers, and that's it. What about inverters? Solar X,
and then you saw there's a Lux Power there, right?
Yeah.
We did Lux Power, but
I was here way back when we did Lux Power.
Yeah, so that was, you know, it's more than 3 years, right?
Yes.
It's more than 4 years now.
Yes.
The issue we had with the Lux Power was we felt, even though it's a phenomenal product,
yes,
we felt the limitations they had were based on the fact that I think at some point they modeled the expert inverters. But in terms of what they put together very good product.
Yes.
We also had another issue where if you didn't earth it, you got electric shocks.
Yes. I noticed that.
That was an issue. We had electric shocks from that. So that was part of why we didn't install them. But in terms of the 2 we had installed, 1 failed, so we had it. The other one has been running fine. The issues we had with them are the batteries, not the inverter.
Not the inverter. Yeah. Wow. If you don't know, this place is currently running fully on solar.
Yeah.
No grid at all. This place is fully off the grid. So
and my AC is on.
Yeah, the AC is on.
The standard AC. It's not even an inverter AC. And then there's another one that's on inside the house. That one is on 24 hours a day.
Amazing stuff. So that's really why I wanted us to come here. This is the home of. This is where you know basically everything that you need to know about solar. Only from Dr. Solar himself.
The one and only.
We would like to see your system inside.
Sure.
Just give us a brief.
We run a high voltage system.
Yes.
And the reason we like high voltage is because you can see how thin the wire is. Of course, it will kill you, but you see how thin the wire is. These are battery cables. You can't do battery cables this thing. So, for example, today we're pushing 4,500 watts into the batteries.
From the solar?
From solar. And it was about 13 or 14 amps.
Wow.
Whereas the customer was pushing 5,000 watts and it was over 100 amps on the low voltage system. So these are the advantages we have. So this is so we had, we always had a 5 kilowatt inverter. Yeah. And then we had a customer who had a failure.
Okay.
So while we're waiting to process warranty, we had a 7.5 we brought back from his site.
Yes.
So that's what we're using. Now we're giving the customer in 5 kilowatt.
Yeah, 5 kilowatt.
The main box, this is the main box. This is where all the connections are. So we have contactors in.
Yeah.
So one contactor is for the inverter, the other contactor is for the grid.
Amazing.
So if there's a failure, it switches automatically by itself.
Wow.
So you don't have to do anything. So it's like an automatic changeover. But there are 2. And then there's a battery breaker. here is the grid breaker, and here is the inverter breaker. If I turn this off now, there will be no lights.
Wow.
And then this is our current limiter.
So did you put the stickers there, or
it came with the stickers? We changed this. This was a residual current device.
Oh.
But because it's an older house, it kept tripping. We put the AC in the office on, it would trip.
Wow.
So we don't know we couldn't find what the issue is. So instead of going to solve the issue, we replaced it with this. But on the newer houses, we use RCDs.
Amazing.
So this is the master battery. That's the battery management system in it.
Yes.
And this is the slave. They're both 5.8 kilowatt hours.
Wow. So can the master, the top, can it be removed, or it's just it has to have like the master exactly like this? Amazing.
So now I can do a different one. We have a VMS box that has the battery management system in it, and then I don't need this. I can run up to 6 slaves. Whereas with this, I can only run 2 more slaves.
2 more. That's
so I can only have 1 more battery.
20 kilowatts.
5.8 times 6 because of that. It's not 30 kilowatts.
Wow.
If I do with that box, I can have about 30 kilowatts in
batteries.
Yes.
Wow.
Which I want to do. But I mean, so one thing I like about the Solar X inverter is we can run double. So if you can put 10 kilowatts on this, I can do 20 kilowatts.
Wow.
So 7.5 allows you to do, I think it's 10 or 12. On the back is 7.5. So
okay, there are limitations on the battery.
PV, amount of PV.
PV, okay.
So the PV voltage is 6. You see it here. PV voltage is 600 volts.
Yeah.
So the range you can install is 70 to 550.
Yes.
I can do up to 15 kilowatts in PV on this inverter.
Wow.
Which is double the inverter capacity.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes. So as long as I meet the current limit, there is no limit to the amount of PV. Once I hit 15, then I hit the limit. So that's it. This is what's running in the house. That's what's running. This fridge, that freezer, the AC upstairs, and the AC in the office.
Hello friends, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Yeah.